He doesn't learn from his mistake. Cry, no! No, DD Crow. You could have DD Crow'd the Solomon Great Rage. No. It's a replay that showcases Dark Magician in the Solomon Great in the anthology event, I believe. And I'm actually really interested to see what happens. Holy yes. Hey, no, this isn't normal Solomon Great. He's playing Big Cook Solomon Great, guys. So look, the theory behind this, and I gotta give it to him, that was really, really smart. Solomon Great Murad Stalio only requires 2 level 3 monsters. That's it. That's all it is. That's all it does. So your Burning Abyss monsters can summon themselves to the side of the field and then exceed summon into your Murad Stalio, which is full combo. Like, that's crazy. Also, this is crazy. He can make Breaksword. He can make Ashura King. He can make the Virgil, which is a great form of interruption. To be honest, I even think that this deck is built cheaply. Make sure to send me a deck list, Tobias, so we can verify at the end of this video. Need that deck list. But he's going second. This time around, he draws Rubric, he draws Libic, he draws Spinny, Jack, and Infinite Impermanence. This is going to be a solid game as he's going second. Let's see what Cry for Pride does. Oh, it looks like he's playing the best deck, one of the best decks in Anthology. He's playing Dark Magician. Okay, so summons the almighty Dark Magician, set to pass. Normally that would be terrible, but he actually played around the Impermanence. So Cry for Pride's actually doing really good around this time of the month. We're going to go ahead and activate Rubric to summon itself, then Libic to summon itself. We have not invested our normal summon yet. So the good thing about this is that when we make Virgil here, we can still follow up with an additional monster like Graph to special summon, which would be really cool. But Virgil is actually going to allow us to be spot removal and can get us another Burning Abyss special summon. I like that. I like that. Virgil's going to discard Graph to get rid of a face down. He super polys us. Hey, yo! What are we on? One of the most powerful cards from the Anthology event, Super Polymerization, and it's working here. He's going to use Super Polymerization to fuse our Virgil and his Dark Magician. He's going to make the Dark Magicians, which is huge for him. And Virgil resolves without effect. Graph allows us to special summon from the graveyard, but he's activating Soul Drain. Oh, no. Oh, no. How do we win this one? How do we win this one? Wait. Activate blank. Oh, Soul Drain says activate paying 1,000 life points. Monsters that activate in the graveyard are banished or negated, but Graph's effect already activated. So you have to consider it like Abyss Dweller here, right? That's crazy. That's crazy. I did not know that about. I thought it was kind of like Skill Drain, but it's not. He'll draw a card through Dark Magician, set a card face down, pass his turn. He'll activate it, which is Soul Servant. We set an Imperm face down to potentially get rid of the Soldier, because that card is still really detrimental to us. Magician's Rod will find Magician's Salvation here. He'll then go Salvation to set Eternal Soul. Okay, so he's setting up here. He'll even get Dark Magician to be able to draw. Soul Servant to draw again. Draw 2? He has Dark Magician and Dark Magician. Hey, yo, he's cooking. Cry for Pride is cooking. Oh no, this might not be good for us. Going into battle phase, he'll attack into our Skarm. We have to Imperm right here on the Soul Drain. But I wonder, what if we would have Impermed on the draw? Because maybe that would have been it. But maybe he just wouldn't have attacked. So we're going to end phase, activate Skarm, probably get Tour Guide, right? Yeah, we'll get Tour Guide. That's going to help us crack the board. Maybe a Break Sword here is going to be crazy. We're going to get the Foolish Burial, Normal Summon Tour Guide, any disruptions, Eternal Soul, but there's no Dark Magical Circle, so we're not going to lose a monster here, or a card here. All right. So Eternal Soul will allow him to get Dark Magician. Tour Guide will allow us to special summon Graph. Dark Magicians will activate because we did use a card, and Magician's Salvation. Hold on, wait. What is he activating? If you normal summon a Dark Magician, you can target one of those monsters, special summon a Dark Magician girl. Okay, all right, pretty much. He summons one, summons the other. So he's gonna make his board full-fledged, and we're just gonna go ahead and exceed summon here. So we make the Phantom Knight's Breaksword. Breaksword will activate its effect. They'll detach the Graph to destroy itself and the Soul Drain. We're back online with our graveyard effects. Graph gets DD. That's not how it works, my friend. Cry for pride. You were cooking until you weren't. Diddy Crow only banishes monsters in the graveyard. It does not negate effects. And Graph does not need to be in the same location to resolve its effects. So big misplay here. Cry for Pride is going to banish the Graph. Graph is going to special summon anyways. We're going to activate Foolish Burial, sending a Solomon Great Foxy. I wonder why we didn't send Seer, because Seer would have summoned Skarm. Then we could have been to the Solomon Great line, right? Actually, I think that may have been a mistake by us. Unless Seer is banned, we should have Foolished into Seer. Seer summoned Skarm, or I guess I can summon anything at this point in time. Make the Mirage Stalio, and then we're cooking. We go Foxy, discard the Spinny. I'll show you why. So the problem with this is that these particular monsters, if there is a non-Burning Abyss monster on the field, the Burning Abyss monsters have to leave the field. So there's a little bit of non-synergy with these two strategies, but Skarm will get its effect to search on Infix. We'll destroy his Eternal Soul, which wipes off his entire board, but Cry for Pride actually is recovering pretty well here. He'll summon the Magician of Dark Illusions and a Dark Magician back to his side of the field. He still has Dangerous board presence alongside of Dark Magician Girl. We'll summon Spinny here, and now we'll use Spinny and our Foxy for an XE summon into Mirage Stalio. I'm actually digging this version of the deck. Mirage Stalio, detachable material, summon Gazelle. Gazelle, send Solomon Great Rage. Turn the Solomon Great Gazelle into our Solomon Great Balinx. Now we're completely online again. Balinx allows us to add our Solomon Great Sanctuary. We're going to activate Sanctuary here. And now we're going to link into our Solomon Great Sunlight Wolf. I was going to call it Mirage Stalio. This card's really, really important for the strategy. Now, the added bonus is that we got to use the effect of Mirage Stalio to bounce a card on the field. I don't think that it does as much against Dark Magician because simply, I mean, it's just can summon it back. But it is a card to have in his hand that we won't have to deal with the field. We'll then use our Solomon Great Sanctuary. We'll second link summon into Sunlight Wolf. We'll activate the effect of Sunlight Wolf, getting Solomon Great Rage. We're in full control of the game. Solomon Great Rage allows us to destroy up to 2 cards on the field, so he really has to watch out for Eternal Soul. As long as he doesn't Dark Magic. What? What in the actual? Dark Magic Attack? We'll change Solomon Great Rage to destroy his board. Dark Magic Attack destroys our board. He still has 4 other cards in hand. Illusions of Chaos gets Magician's Rod. Cry for Pride still needs to get back into the game. Getting rid of that Solomon Great Sunlight Wolf is going to be really important. He'll go Rod into Soul Servant, then activate the Soul Servant. He's going to place another Eternal Soul. Not a good idea. Not a good idea. He'll Soul Servant, draw 2 cards. He'll turn his Magician Rods into an Artemis. I think it would have been better for him to go to Magician Circle, because we know the moment that he activates that face down Eternal Soul, we're just going to summon Foxy and destroy it and wipe his whole board again. We'll summon Graph, which again gets immediately...
How many times do we have to teach you this lesson, old man?
He doesn't learn from his mistake. Cry! No! No! DD Crow! You could have DD Crow'd the Solomon Great Rage! No! He's a goofy goobert. He's a goofy goobert. Then he goes Eternal Soul! He summons Dark Magician. I don't think he knows. Graph then summons Skarm. Skarm gets destroyed. Wolf activates, and that's some really good synergy. Because a monster was summoned to where Sunlight Wolf points to, we can add a fire monster from our graveyard to our hand. Its effect can be activated for the rest of the turn. Salvation will allow him to summon, and his Magician's Rod will activate. I think we should have held on to that a little longer. I definitely think we should have held on to that a little longer. Yeah. We're going to get Solomon Great Gazelle for the next turn. Activate Sunlight Wolf to get the Rage. Then activate Foxy, discarding the Jaguar. This is a whole clap. Because now when his internal soul's destroyed, he loses his board again. Jaguar returns the Maraude Stallion. Then we special summon the Spinny. We could make Access Code Talker. We can pretty much do anything here. That was a crazy game. Cry for Pride, he had one of the best hand traps to be able to counter this deck, but unfortunately he didn't use it correctly and that cost him. But really showing you how cool a Burning Abyss or a Solomon Great deck could work in Anthology. I think that it's a pretty good game and a pretty good showcase of the deck. If I had to give it squamadas, I think it's a solid 3 out of 5 squamadas. But now let's get into that deck profile. All right, guys, as you can see, Tamias has that dog in him. There's one Solomon Great Meek, one Tour Guide, really interesting. I wonder if it's limited for the event. 2 copies of Alec, 2 copies of Cab. There are 3 Seer here, and as you can see, the Burning Abyss cards are fairly cheap. 3 copies of Farfa, 3 copies of Graph, 2 copies of Libic, 3 copies of Rubric, 3 copies of Scar, my apologies, 3 Foxy, 1 Gazelle, 1 Spinny, 1 Lady Debug, 1 Falco, 2 Jaguar. I don't think that this is necessary anymore, strictly because we don't play Pot of Desires. It's banned in Anthology. 1 Addition, 1 Subtraction, 1 Foolish Burial, 1 Solomon Great Sanctuary, 1 Solomon Great Circle, 1 Imperm, 2 copies of Rage, 1 copy of Roar. Then the extra deck, there's 2 Virgil, 1 Phantom Knights Break Sword, 1 Maraude Stallion, 1 Ashura King, 3 Balinks, 3 Sunlight Wolf, 1 Transcode Talker, 2 copies of Heat Leo, 1 World Guard Dragon, and 1 Access Code Talker. Don't know how I know that link one, but there it is, guys. Hope you guys really enjoyed the video. If you did, be sure to check out these other videos to see more amazing content. And also be sure, if you want to send your replay in, to follow the instructions down below. And I'll catch you on the next one.